Thank you, Laurent. And also thank you to the Valley family for this invitation. It's been a great couple of days for us in Zurich and today in Geneva. I'm not going to go through the full slide presentation. Laurent has told me that I have to be quick, so I will. Bonterra, we're in the province of Quebec. There's a lot of great reasons to be in Quebec. Annual gold production of 2.5% for the year, ranked fourth best mining jurisdiction in the world by the Fraser Institute. And the reason for that is obvious, good infrastructure, very high quality labor force, the permitting process, and the rule of law prevails in Quebec. These are our properties. There was a merger of two companies about a year ago, Metanor and Bonterra. Metanor brought to us the Bachelor Mill and the Moroy deposit. Also, they brought the Barry project. Bonterra, in its initial stage, was the Gladiator project. You see we're about 150 kilometers northeast of Val-d'Or. This is our board, Greg Gibson. You might all remember Trelawney going back 6 or 7 years ago, took it from discovery to sale to IM Gold. Akiba Leisman is on our board. Also, he's Wexford Capital. They're about a 17% holder of the stock. You can view the rest at your leisure. This is our capitalization. We've got about 43% is held outside of institutions and Kirkland Lake Gold. Recent financing done in August at $2.50. Kirkland Lake maintained their interests, and that was priced at $2.50 with a half warrant at $3.10, $32 million. Market cap's about $150 million at this point in time. We have some coverage from Sprott Capital and PI Financial. You can review this at your leisure. We've got about 2.1 million ounces in the various categories. The bulk of it is in Gladiator, and our other two properties, Barry and Moroy. We should see a increase in the size of the resource, and also upgrading the categories over the next over a very busy drilling season, starting in January. This is Gladiator. I prefer not to go through these. I would ask that you sort of join me at our table. We can get in sort of greater detail of the expansion of the resource, and also the upgrading the quality in Gladiator, Barry, Moroy. This is Moroy. We also have a very large exploration package that's sort of attached to all the properties we have. You will note Windfall, Osisko's Windfall, up sort of in the middle there. We see a pretty interesting trend that Jamie Levine, our geologist, would be more than grateful to fill some details in there. Additionally, up at the Bachelor Mill, an area that hasn't been explored quite as much, but we see lots of opportunity there. Within our presentation, we've got drills, the number of drills, and the meters we're going to be drilling starting probably mid-January. The total meters will be in the neighborhood of 80,000. We presently have about 4 drills on our properties. That's probably going to go up to 10 or 11. This is where I'd like to spend, I think, the last few minutes of my time. This is a 110 kilometer radius from our mill, and you will note that Windfall, which is just above Gladiator and Barry. Most recently, IM Gold came out with a resource estimate on Nelligan, let's call it 2 million ounces, lower grade. Monster Lake is also IM Gold, higher grade. The reason I think this is important is that, within those three, and plus our resource estimate, there's about 10 million ounces. That's a pretty serious number in an area that has been explored, but there's obviously been a much more influence or focus on this area in the last sort of 5 years. Our mill presently can operate, is permitted and can operate. We actually shut it down about 15 months ago. They were mining from the lower parts of the Bachelor, not making any money. We shut it down. It's been on care and maintenance. It is permitted up to 800 tons. Permitting up to 2,400 tons we're in the process of doing. That will happen probably sometime in the next 12 months. The ultimate plan here is to move the resources from Gladiator and Barrie up to the mill on a logging road that is quite suitable for large haulage, large ton haulage. So, you know, there's been interest in the area, and we're just keeping our heads down, trying to get into that sort of producer category within the next, say, 18 to 24 months. And I don't know how all this is going to end, but what I see here is a mill that has an opportunity to service our resource plus resources from 2 other companies. With that, I will leave it open to questions if I have time, Laurent, or I will. Yeah. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. And please stop in at our booth. I can fill in all the more technical details with Jamie Levine, our geo, at our table.
What would it cost to start up the mill?
Pardon me?
Cost to start up.
To start up the mill, we turn the switch on up to 800 tons. We to get it up to 2,400. There'll be some. We're going through the process of doing the engineering. That's been completed. It would be in the neighborhood of 35 to 40 million to get us up to 2,400 tons.
How many ounces a year would that be?
That's a little fun with figures. You know, I think looking out, if we're going to be, if all 3 of our properties are going to be being run through our mill, you could, which I think would take, I'm going to say in the neighborhood of 18 to 24 months for the full from all 3 properties. I think you'd see in the order of about 185,000 ounces annually. Thank you.